A very good morning, students. I, Asad Patel, welcome you to study from home. Today, I am going to give you a recapitulation of chapter number 3 for class 7, subject Geography, Our Changing Earth. Now, the lithosphere is broken into a number of plates. They are called lithospheric plates. The plates are moving very slowly. I guess a few million millimeters, not million, few millimeters each year, because they are floating on a molten magma inside the earth, which is moving in circular manner, right? As I told you, what is molten magma? Hot juice which flow inside the earth. The movement of lithospheric plates cause change on earth's surface, on the surface of the earth. There are two types of earth movement which are divided on the basis of the forces. Endogenic forces are those forces which act in the interior of the earth, means inside the earth. Now exogenic, that is force work on the surface of the earth. Now there are a few types of endogenic and exogenic force. Endogenic force, sudden force, earthquake, volcano and landslide. Diastrophic force, building mountain. Now exogenic force, erosion and depositionals, like some agents of erosional and depositional. Some agents are river, wind, sea waves and glacier. Now let's start with exogenic force, and first volcano and earthquake. Now volcano, due to the endogenic force, sudden or a slow movement are produced. This sudden movement, like a volcano and earthquake, cause mass destruction over the surface of earth, right? It Lots of people, so many people die as well as injure and dislocate. Loss of property, right? Like building collapse, roads, breakdown of roads and buildings. Now let's start with volcano. Volcano is a vent opening in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly with force. Okay, this molten material suddenly come with a force. It is called volcano eruption, right? Now earthquake are the vibration of the earth's surface caused by the movement of the lithospheric plate. The vibration can travel round the earth. Student, can you see this movement? Okay, this is movement of vibration. For example, as I already give you an example, when you throw stone into the river, so how vibration travel. This is how the vibration of the wave of earthquake travel. There are three types of earthquake wave: P wave or a longitudinal wave, S waves or a transverse waves, L waves or a surface wave. The place in the crust where the movement start is called focus. This is focus, right? The place on the surface above the focus is called epicenter. Here already draw. This is epicenter, right? Vibration travel toward from the epicenter as a wave. Greatest damage is usually close to the epicenter, and the strength of the earthquake decrease away from the center, means wave become a weak when they reach away from the epicenter. Uh, this is case study. Uh, this is case study of earthquake of 2000. Okay, 2000, 26 January 2001, uh, where lots of people lost their life as well as their house. They lost their relatives. uh, Thousands of people die, thousands of people injured, and thousands of people dislocate, right? And lots of proper loss of properties, means millions of price, millions of rupees of property have been lost, right? Now come to the second major landform. Weathering and erosion are two processes through which landscape is being continuously worn away. Weathering is the breaking up of a rock on the earth's surface. Like this process is also very slow. Breaking of rocks into small pieces and then small pieces. Erosion is the wearing away of a landscape by different agents like water, wind, and ice. The eroded material is carried away or are transported by water, wind, and eventually deposited. This process of erosion and deposition create a different landform on the earth, on the surface of earth, right? Now come to the topic work of river. River have a major role in evolution of various landform. Right. First, when the river tumble at a steep angle over a very hard rock or a downstep valley side, it form a waterfall. Minder is a large bend formed by the twisting and turning of a river while it is entered the plain. With the continuous erosion and deposition along the side of the Minder, the end of the Minder's loop come very closer as a time passes away. The Minder loop cut off from the river and form a cut off lake, also called Oxbow Lake. And floodplain. Floodplain also formed by a river is a flat fertile plain formed by the deposition of a fine soil and other material through flood, and levees are the raised bank of the river. Next is distributaries are the number of a stream which distribute the river water, right? That is why it is called distributary. It is because when river approach the speed of flowing water decrease and river being to break up. The river becomes so slow that it being begins to deposit its load. Each distributary from its own mouth. You can see this picture. Now I am going to explain you work of a sea, work of a ice, and work of a wind. Now let's take a work of sea waves. The coastal landform are formed by the erosion and deposition of sea waves. Like it create sea caves, sea arch, right? Sea caves are the hollow like a caves formed by the continuous striking of a sea waves at the rocks over a time. Sea caves, okay? Sea arch. Sea arch are formed when sea cavities become a bigger and bigger and only the roof of the cave remain, right? So sea arch, the roof of sea arch break by erosion and only wall are left. The walls like a fixture are called stake, okay? and the steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the seawater, it is called cliff. And last one, beaches. The sea waves deposit sediments along the shore, forming a beaches. Work of a ice. Glacier are river of a ice which to erode the landscape by a bulldozing solid and stone to expose the solid rock below. River of ice, right? Glacier. Glacier from deep hollows which further get filled by water through ice melting and become a beautiful lake in mountain. The material carried by the glaciers such as big, small rock, sand and sleet get deposited. This deposit form a glacier moraines. Now we have a very beautiful lake of Leh Lake. Okay, that is example of lake. Now our last topic, work of a wind. Wind is an active agent of erosion and deposition in desert. The following landform are created by the work of wind: mushroom rock, sand dunes and loess. Mushroom rock are the rocks found in the desert in the shape of mushroom. This rock have a narrowed base and wider top. As a wind eroded the lower section of the rock more than upper part. This type of shape, okay? Mushroom rock. Sand dunes are those low hills like a structure which are formed by the deposit of blowing wind in desert, right? This is sand dunes. Okay, one can lose direction in a desert because this sand dunes keep moving after a few years, maybe 1.5 years, that keeps on moving. That's why one can lose his or her direction in sand. Now losses is a form when a sand grain are deposited in a large area by the wind. The grain of a sands are very fine and light, thus the wind can carry it over a very long distance. Large deposit of losses is found in China. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you.